Internships are jobs and jobs are the real world. Hey guys, it's Ajal. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Don't we all love to succeed?
All I do is win, 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 no matter what.
Right, so a couple weeks ago I made a video with one of my friends about how to make a successful internship and how to really secure that return offer. And although we did cover a lot of tips and tricks in that video, there's always more. I mean, the more the merrier. This video is going to be kind of like part 2 of how to succeed at your internship and really how to secure the bag, secure that return offer. One thing I ask is if you guys do end up enjoying this video, to hit that thumbs up button and consider subscribing to this channel. It's literally just 1 or like 2 taps and it really helped me out a lot. So thank you so much. Alright, so the first tip that I have is synergy is key. You need to make sure that you match well with your team. And what I mean by that is ensure that you're always on the same page about everything. Like your expectations, your requirements, your understanding of something. You need to make sure that you communicate really well. I mean, there are going to be times during your internship where you have like this team meeting, something new is being presented, and there's going to be time where your like manager or mentor reaches out to you being like, hey, does anyone have any questions? And during that time, you need to make sure to ask those questions, because say a couple hours or a couple days down the line, you have questions about what was presented at that meeting. Then you're gonna have to go reach out to your manager or your mentor during their busy schedules to interrupt them and ask those questions when in fact you were given opportunities. So it's almost kind of like a slap in the face. Your manager or your mentor is gonna be like,
what is wrong with you? I literally gave you 15 minutes to ask questions during the meeting. You said you didn't have any questions. Why are you bothering me right now?
And you obviously don't want that to happen if you want to be successful and really secure that return offer. And so I know like in team meetings, when everyone has like their camera off, there's like this awkward silence. They say, do you have any questions? No one wants to talk. And even if you have a question, you don't really want to ask it because it's just like awkward and you feel out of place. But in a very real sense, if you step up at that time, especially as an intern, and you speak up and you ask that question, that actually sets off great impressions, because that shows off that you're actually confident and you actually care about understanding and you care about communication. And a lot of your return offer, especially with virtual or remote internships, depends on how well you're able to communicate with your team and communicate with your manager. And so with that being said, make sure to ask those questions. Really take charge. I mean, a lot of people head into internships thinking that it's kind of like school where people just like spoon feed you, tell you exactly what to do. But in a very real sense, they don't. Internships are jobs and jobs are the real world. You actually have to go and get your bread. People aren't going to be handing it out to you. So really take charge in order to be successful. And speaking of taking charge, never ever under any circumstance miss a day of an internship. I mean, it can be really tempting for those in-person internships. You just want to take the day off, explore the wonderful city, everything that it has to offer. But this is really bad, extremely unprofessional. Unless you're entirely like bedridden, unable to like even sit up, do not miss a single day. People like to think that internships are kind of like 3-month-long interviews. I mean, during an interview, are you going to be like, hold up, let me go watch some Netflix, hold up, let me go browse my phone? I mean, maybe you would, but it's probably not best that you would do that, and it's probably not gonna lead you to success. So definitely in your 3-month-long interview as an internship, do not miss a single day. Do not miss a single beat. Alright, so the second tip that I have is focus on your work, not really the results. Yes, sure, obviously at the end of the day, you want to be successful, you want to get that return offer. But the thing is, don't portray that as your main motive throughout the internship. I mean, your main motive as an intern, given a project, is to accomplish this project to the best of your abilities. Sure, yes, it's fine at the beginning of your internship saying that this is my objective. At the end of the day, this is how I want to be successful. But the thing is, throughout the internship, you need to make sure that you focus very well on your project. If you really focus on your return offer and making that the main motive over your project, it's kind of like when you're in an interview and you ask,
hey, what's my salary gonna be?
It's super unprofessional and super inauthentic. Just like in an interview, it poses your motive as just focusing on the money rather than focusing on the work and the company. Similarly, in an internship, it's kind of like, is this project not good enough for you? Why are you just focused on getting that return offer? Focus on getting your work done. Focus on getting your project done. That is kind of like the inauthenticity that is being shown. At Amazon, we had this leadership principle called dive deep. And basically what that means is if anyone gives you a task or you're working on something, you understand it to the deepest level possible. You don't just mess with it at like the surface level, but you understand through and through why you're even doing this task in the first place. Everything associated with whatever like feature you're working on, and if anyone asks you a question that is remotely related to this thing that you're working on, you should be able to answer it properly. Think of it like if you're on Shark Tank with your business, one of those sharks asks you one question about your business, and you're like,
I don't know.
do you think that any one of those sharks is gonna give you an offer? Probably not, because who would trust a businessman who doesn't even know their own business? So similarly, your project is your business. You need to know the details, otherwise, just like the sharks won't give them an offer, your manager won't give you a return offer. Now for number 3, and that is enjoy your internship and get as involved as possible. A lot of people, when they're giving advice on how to succeed at your internship or how to really ensure that return offer, they forget to mention the social aspect. I mean, yes, sure, your project, your work matters, but also the social aspect matters. Those social gatherings, events that you have like Friday evenings, those matter so much, because those are your times where you can actually get well acclimated with your team, understand everyone, really introduce yourself on almost like a personal level. Really, the most successful people in the workplace, like internship or not, just like in general, are the ones who are like in a meeting, they are like the energy ball.
You can look the other way. Staying alive.
Yeah.
If they're not in the meeting, the vibes are just completely off. They're completely different. And when they're in the meeting, they're always there. They're always cracking up jokes. They're always making everyone laugh. They just kind of like lighten up the whole mood. And so obviously, if you're able to set off those vibes, that'd be really great, because your team would almost give you that return offer just for your energy in those meetings. That'd be awesome. But if not, just try to get as well acclimated as possible. Definitely participate in any and every event that exists, because ultimately you did get this internship offer and you are entitled to these. Like for example, tech companies always have those hackathons. Some companies, they have like food cooking competition challenges where one person like turns on their video camera and teaches everyone how to cook something. Is super fun. And obviously there's those quiz trivias where you can win some fun prizes. Yes, at Amazon we played Jeopardy a few times and my team always won, and you wouldn't believe what the prize was. Yes, an Amazon gift card. Alright, so now for number 4. Now this isn't exactly like a tip or like a go do this, but I just wanted to put it out there. If you go ahead and do your internship and you ultimately don't achieve your goal, you don't get your return offer, that doesn't mean you ultimately failed. Not getting a return offer does not signify a failure. I mean, obviously anyone would love a return offer. It gives them a sense of security. They have like a safe, locked up job for like the next summer or like the next year. They don't have to worry about applications, interviews, lead code, anything like that. But the thing is, as we witnessed this past year with COVID, there are so many reasons why one may not be able to get that job. Like for example, COVID, business needs, inability to meet the head count. Like there's so many internal business related things that you can't really pinpoint. This is exactly why I didn't get that return offer. And also some companies like Uber actually gave return offers to their interns, and then due to COVID, they were actually rescinded offers. And so a return offer doesn't exactly equal security or safety. Part of being an intern is really going from company to company and really exploring different opportunities, understanding how different businesses do things, like different business models. Maybe you intern at a big company, then you go to a small company, you try out different work cultures, and then ultimately when you go to full-time, pick the one that works best for you. And so I guess not having a return offer forces you to make that decision, but I mean, it's not really the end of the world if you don't get a return offer. And also I want to put this out. If you ultimately go ahead, get an internship, do the internship, and ultimately don't get a return offer, that doesn't mean you're back at square one. Keep this in mind. You have just gained the knowledge of filling out an application, of doing a successful interview, of completing 3 months worth of work as an intern. Those are all experiences that you add to your resume as well as have in your head. So now you're a much more favorable candidate. So instead of being at square one, you're at like square 99. You know exactly how to pass an interview, and now you know based off your mistakes from your initial internship how to do well in your next internship. And so whether or not you get a return offer, it's always a win-win situation. Well, that's about all I have for this video. I really hope that you guys enjoyed it, and if you did, be sure to let me know by hitting that thumbs up button. And lastly, just as always, for more content, don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see y'all in my next video.